Good morning. It's September 30th, about 11 o'clock, 18 degrees and getting warmer. And apparently, and I'm not kidding, we're supposed to get another heat wave coming. It's bloody October tomorrow. And the first week of October, there's a high pressure coming in that's bringing heat wave temperatures that were similar to August. Good gravy, Mavis. Anyway, wanted to show you, can you see them there through the net? Yes, you can, Funicello. Hanging baskets, so those are in the cage and they have got newly sown choi in them, so we'll hopefully get some packed choi soon. And emptied and topped up the bins. Radishes are doing really good. Bean arch is almost done. I just need some decorative stuff on it so it hides all the ugly wood. And the last of the courgettes are going mushy. They're turning funny. I don't know if you can see in the sunshine. They're turning mushy at the ends. They were probably pollinated, but it's probably the cold. So I think we're just going to call it and bin it. Anyway, onward and upward. Okay, so I was doing the new beds, and then I thought, well, how am I going to water them? I don't have to keep coming in here and watering every 2 minutes. This side's got the sprinkler system that everything else has. See, hoses, hoops finger hoses, and little sprinklers. You can tell it gets very damp in here. It's got all the moss that just needs raking over. Anyway, I'm mumbling. So this side, because it's got the two... Oops, hit the button. It stopped myself from talking, which is probably not a bad thing. I'm gonna put the hose up top here. So I've brought it up the wall into an L bracket there, and then it'll go across here. Now these are just dangling here because I'm using the same hose system. So what I'm going to do is get a board that goes across the top, and then I will hang these upside down, and then they can just spray the beds. That's the plan anyway. And you know me, best laid plans of mice, men, and gardeners. So we'll see how that works. I'll keep you posted. Ooh. 26 degrees out here, but I just thought to show, this is the last surviving tomato plant. It's outside. It's always been outside. It's a Brad's Atomic with some funky and odd shapes to it. But see there. Anyway, and these ones too. What I wanted to show you was October 1st, and it's getting frickin' flowers and tiny tomato. Look at that tiny tomato. That tiny little Brad's Atomic tomato. And more flowers. October 1st. Just shows you how freaking weird our weather is. It's cooking at the moment. It really is nothing more fun than trying to set up a sprinkler system without getting soaking wet while you're doing it. So, yeah, this could be interesting. But they definitely need moving over a bit more. But yeah, it's raining in the brassica cage. Now one of those pots is getting soaked and the other one's not getting wet at all, so we're going to have to try and fine stream them a bit more. And like I said, this whole plan may change drastically. So bean update. We have beans. I mean, they're not huge. This one's bigger. There you go. But we do have beans. So I'm hoping in the next week I'll have a couple to harvest. So it just shows you, got lots of tiny green beans, which will turn purple. But just goes to show you that you can plant things any time of year. It's dependent on the weather, nothing else. And it's 26 degrees in the shade here today on October 1st. Yes, I said October 1st. Okay, concept number 2 out of probably 18. I've put a solid piece down to a soaker hose and run it all along here and see how that works. We'll see. And this one I haven't figured out yet. Still in the works with that. Just thought I'd come out and give you an update on the broad beans. They seem to be okay. Not sure what that is, if it's a touch of frost or not. I might have to start covering them at night time because it's gorgeous during the day. It's beautiful right now. Spider plant planting in my face, but it is getting cold at night, so Maybe I'll just remember to come out and do that. Lots of beans. I'm hoping for a nice harvest in the next couple of days before they get rubbery. I don't know how long the plants, oh, there's lots in there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm facing away from the sun, hopefully. I was trying to decide whether or not to, I have 2 minds, so I think I might just pick some beans. I have 2 minds of cutting some of the leaves off at the bottom to let the air and the bumblebees find them better. But then that might be exposing them to more cold. So anyway, I think I'll harvest a few beans. So I pruned them. Probably did the wrong thing, but bush ones are harder to find, even though the beans are purple. They're harder to find them. So you're going to be glaring into the sun because it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 26 degrees. It feels like it's about 30. It's absolutely frickin' roasting out here. They've got black fly, not a lot, but some, and some white fly. Got every fly under the sun, but we've also got some, I'll try and focus you in, little ladybug babies there. So hopefully they're feasting on these eggs here. There's more eggs there. See, lots of them. Bloody things, I tell you. It's just been too warm here. The weather's just perfect for bugs. Anyway, so this is what I got. It's not a lot, but it'll feed Gerald. He likes beans. So it was no loss because I planted 10 plants. So, and I should get, there's a whole bunch more that should hopefully make it through the next week or so to harvest. So we'll see. Going in the house. Whew. 2 o'clock on October 3rd. It is 28 degrees. Yeah, October 3rd, 28 degrees. So anyway, you know me, I love a good experiment. So somebody was saying that, you know, they're finished with their potatoes. I'm like, why be finished with your potatoes when it's 28 degrees out? So I don't normally like doing them in the ground. So I'll put them in a pot, pile up some dirt around them. And I've got some, hang on, I'll go get them. I'm gonna do 2 pots. What the hell, what have I got to lose? I'll show you what I've got to lose. I have got to lose this. These are, oh my God, look at bloody sweet peas growing everywhere. These are old potatoes that have sprouted. So I thought to myself, well, got old potatoes that have sprouted. Shove them in a bucket, see what happens. Now chances are I won't get potatoes from them by Christmas, but chances are I could. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'll let you know, keep you posted. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, because it's totally sunny out here, but watering system inside the cage seems to be working okay. And that side gets watered from below. But there's the pots I put in. And as they need more soil, I'll bank them up. They're in ground, so hopefully they won't get frozen when it gets later in the year. And I'll just cover them up with some cloth, protect them, hide them, and see if we can't get some Christmas potatoes. What the heck, like I said, all I'm wasting is 6 frickin' rotten potatoes anyway. Good afternoon. It's 20 degrees on an overcast day. I always feel like the Weather Channel. It is October the 4th. I'm just showing you some of the tree, not damage, it's just survival instinct, I guess. The leaves on my variegated dogwood dying off. But what I did want to show you, in all the years I've had this magnolia tree, I've never noticed this, doing this before. The bark's splitting. But wait till you do this. Come around this side. I'll walk you around the tree very carefully. Look at that. That is, there's my hand. Oops, there's my hand. So that's the split that it's doing. So I don't know if it's from heat or drought or what. So I'm just going to give it a really good soak and hope it survives. I'd be devastated if my yellow magnolia tree died. I've had it for years. One of the first trees Gerald bought me. Anyway, not a lot going on today. Fixed a few things in the watering system. Everything in here looks copacetic. And other than that, it's just cleanup day today. Just a bit of an update. I will check and see when I sowed them. It's probably on the back of the labels. But the spinach is coming up. Did I put a date on them? September 28th. So a week ago. And the kale is all coming up. These are the ones that are in the carrot box just to get something growing in them over winter. Cabbages are still doing okay. Mizunas and things are fine. I keep checking them for caterpillars. They might have a tiny bit of flea beetle damage, but the Mizunas are doing good. Gotta harvest them again because they're going to flower. Other than that, the pak chois are okay. Nothing sprouting up out of those yet. Onions are doing okay. Those are spring onions. So that's about it. These are my overwintering onions. They've been in here for ages. I can't even remember. I'd have to look and see when I put them in here. Ooh, it's October 5th, 10 degrees and foggy. I'll show you what it is in the afternoon. Don't show you the front yard very often, but you can barely see down the street. Crazy. Okay, and by 1:30 in the afternoon, it's 26 degrees out. Sun is shining, and I'm trying to get some irrigation systems put in. So the sprinklers we had in here only sprinkle certain little dinky areas, so we're putting this soaker hose system in instead. So hopefully that will work better, but that's what I'm doing today. And oh, I'm going to show you my spinach and stuff. So duck. So spinach is all coming up. Kale is all coming up, and it needs a good water, so I'll do that as soon as I finish this other watering system. But that's pretty cool. Very happy with that. And I guess you can see little teeny tiny. Where are they? There's a finger. Where's a finger? There we go. There, little tiny pak chois are coming up. Not very many, not very fast, but they are coming up. So that's good. Good sign. Hanging baskets. Thanks, Danny. Oh, lots of ladybug babies. We have loads of stink bugs this year. Invasive from you know where. But we have lots of ladybugs. Stink bugs, I just catch them and step on them and kill them. Ladybugs, I love ladybugs. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't stand when I can see things that aren't straight. So, because I couldn't get the wood to go straight, it had a buckle in it. I've decided to put an owl on top and hide everything. So he needs straightening out just a little bit because even he's crooked. And then I'll screw him down onto the post, and then he can stay there and protect the yard. Good stuff. It is, I think it's the 7th, but I'm not sure. It might be the 8th, but I'll put it on the notes. I'm just watering my poor trees. So it's nice and cool out. We're supposed to get rain, but they keep telling us that. And it's been months since we've had any significant rain. And I do mean months. Good night, everybody.